The next 20 minutes we're going to talk about Segway-Ninebot, the cross-border success story. I invited Dennis today. Thank you very much for being here. I think everybody knows me already. For the people who don't know me, Jeroen Leenders, Salesupply. We are an international company. We have 15 offices all over the world, and what we basically do is we support brands with their internationalization. So if a brand wants to sell cross-border, we can help them with cross-border global fulfillment and with customer support. Those are the two main services that we offer. And for these brands we work, and also of course for Dennis for Segway. Well, Dennis, let's start with you first. Maybe we already met you yesterday at the party, but maybe for the people who don't know you, can you introduce yourself shortly and tell your role in Segway?
Sure. Thank you, Jeroen. My name is Dennis Hardholt. I'm president of Segway-Ninebot for the European continent. Our company is a company that does mobility, micro-mobility. So we basically intend to cover with our products everything that is within a range of around 30 kilometers from your starting point when you start commuting or you start entertaining yourself with transportation. All our products are electric, so we are a green mobility company, and we have our European business established. Our headquarters are in Amsterdam. We have offices in several European countries, one of which actually nicely is here in Barcelona.
Yep.
And for many years already, we have been working with Jeroen, with Salesupply, to actually make sure that we have a direct-to-consumer channel available in 10 of the most important European countries, is what our current focus is, with the potential, of course, to expand that into Eastern Europe later on. So our biggest market currently is Western Europe, but potentially we might look at extending it further. I'm president, so I'm the founder actually of the European entity. Segway, originally an American company. Ninebot, originally a Chinese company. In 2015, the Chinese company actually acquired the American company, and ever since we are called Segway-Ninebot. And our product is also, some of our products are purely branded Segway, others are Ninebot powered by Segway, but everything comes from our own factories in China. So that is what we do, and that is what we do quite successfully also.
Yeah, when you called me 7 years ago, I think it was 7 years ago for a meeting at your office, and I thought Segway, and what kind of products? And I thought, oh yeah, yes, I recognize this one because in Barcelona you see the city tours with this machine. I think it's called the personal transporter.
Exactly.
With the big wheels.
Yeah.
But actually, more than that, I didn't know about the company. But there's much more. If this works, this is always exciting. Let's see if this works. There is no sound, but this is just to give you an idea about the product range, the portfolio that Segway has. All electric transportation, like Dennis said, and it's very cool products. I think I'm very proud to work with you guys because you have really nice stuff. And it's extending. More and more products are coming into the market.
Yeah, absolutely right. We're known for the self-balancing product. Every time when you say I work for Segway, the first thing everybody does is it's this product, right?
Yeah.
Which is still correct, but as a matter of fact, we stopped producing those early last year.
Okay, yeah.
Because that market actually has basically vanished. But already since 7 years ago, we've extended our product portfolio dramatically. So we're all about moving people, right? But also you saw some of our delivery robots. It's also a business that we do. Not so much in Europe yet, also because of a lot of legislation and what is allowed on the road, what is allowed to be on the road as an autonomous product. So in Europe that is like a minefield in terms of legislation.
Yeah.
But in China already, we have our delivery robots actually roaming the streets and delivering whatever is necessary to consumers in the larger cities.
Yeah, great. It's great to see how you develop and how you extend your products all the time. But what is the secret of Segway? What is the secret of the success? Maybe you can tell also a little bit about the technology, the self-balancing technology that was invented many years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so the original Segway product, of course, was a self-balancing product developed by Dean Kamen. He was the inventor of the gyroscope, which is the technology that is used to actually balance a product while it only has two wheels. That unique technology, he had the vision that this would completely change the world and everybody would be riding these self-balancing balancing products. Well, in the end, that actually didn't work out. It is mostly used, these kind of products, for tourism, right?
Yep.
So city tours, of course, yeah, it's well known here in Barcelona as well. Also some law enforcement and customs, etc. They use it. You see a lot of them on airports. But our company, of course, has gone beyond that. And I think our key competence is twofold. One is we're very strong in battery technology, right? So our battery management systems are really from the highest standard, everything developed in-house. So we really manage to get the best out of every battery while using it. And at the same time, the robotics that we implement also into our product is a unique thing, right? You see many of the sharing kick scooters around Europe also.
Yep.
A significant part of that is also coming from our factories, and we have all technology integrated so that they can potentially, actually, we have kick scooters, right? So the e scooters that you see on the streets that can autonomously actually move around. And again, because of legislation, it is not allowed yet. Yeah. But because of the robotic technology that we have inside, actually, potentially, they can do it. So we're a technology company, right? That is at the heart, right? We want to innovate the product itself. Yeah, and there is a huge ambition in our headquarters with a huge R&D team that just keeps expanding the modes of transportation that we have. Yeah. So we are far beyond the point of only the self-balancing product.
Yes.
And yeah, currently our biggest the products that we manufacture the most are the electric kick scooters, right? Okay. As we call it in Spain, patinetes.
Patinetes, yeah. Yes, exactly. Okay. Nice. Yeah. What I remember 7 years ago when we had that meeting, you were starting to set up a D2C online web shop, online channel.
Yeah.
Before that, it was only B2B. What made you decide to do that immediately? Because you started at Segway and immediately you said we want a D2C web shop.
Yeah, that's a little bit also to do with my history. Before I joined Segway-Ninebot, I was working for Sony Electronics. And my last role in Sony Electronics actually was managing all the online business, direct-to-consumer business. So I was already at that point passionate about having your own direct-to-consumer channel. We are absolutely convinced that this is something for an A brand you must have, regardless of whether it is your main channel or not. For us, it has a lot of added value. First of all, we always want to make sure every consumer around Europe, in our case, has access to our entire assortment. The challenge always with B2B2C is the fact that, yeah, a part of your assortment will be available at retailers. Nobody covers everything. And there are key products in our assortment that might not be, let's say, high volume product. So the standard MediaMarkt will say, sorry, it's not enough sales potential in there. But the key users that you want to reach out to, you need to make sure that they can actually have access to that product. So for us, number one priority is making sure all our products are available, all our main models, all our accessories, and nowadays also, even we make spare parts available.
Okay.
That is key for us.
Okay.
And at the same time, the usage of our online store when it comes to the product launch period, right? So with pre-order campaigns,
Yep.
that is a key moment that we use our online store for. And also at the end of a life cycle, right? For end of life deals, clearance, etc., of remaining inventory. So those are the three main reasons we absolutely are adamant that we want to have our direct-to-consumer channel.
Yeah, that was very clear. And there was another thing also very clear, and that was you wanted to outsource everything.
Absolutely.
What had to do with the web shop. That was the first thing you said, okay, man, we have to do, we want to keep it lean and mean in the office. Eh? Yeah, that's,
absolutely, right. As you know, we said we have one headcount internally available, and that's it. And all the rest basically needs to be done by others that are specialists, right? Yeah. We don't want to be a specialist. It's not our, as I said, it's not our main channel. It will never be our main channel as a brand. So we said, well, we need to do it lean and mean. There are other people out there that have all the resources, all the knowledge, and all the technology available. Yeah, let's find them. So we found Jeroen, and make best use of them.
Yeah, that brings me to this slide. There was also another challenge. We want to outsource everything, and you have to do it in 2 months.
Absolutely.
And everything, you know, we created the web shop in 6 countries. We started. I think now it's 8 or
it's 10.
It's 10 already. Yeah. There was we had to storage more than 100 pallets within 2 months. That was not the biggest challenge, I have to say. And we had to connect all the systems. We had to make the connections with our OMS system, our customer support system, of course. So and we had to train all the people for customer support as well in all those countries. So it was a big thing. And number 5 is also a little bit of pain in the ass with your products. They are very big and heavy. It's not. We have to pick and pack them with 2 or sometimes 3 people in our warehouses, because otherwise we cannot handle them. And it's also the reverse logistics is important, because for your brand, after sales is one of the biggest key elements to be successful and to have a good customer experience, I think.
Absolutely, yeah, and I do acknowledge, right? We don't have the easiest products to store and to transport towards consumers.
Yeah.
Everything contains batteries. Well, everybody knows that anything that has batteries is an issue for any. Well, PostNL, are you here?
PostNL.
You know very well. It's not easy, right, to actually make sure that your products are safe, well covered when distributed by courier services or whatever other services. Yeah. And they get more and more heavy, right? These are commuting machines in most cases. So they also, they're not light in that sense. So, but so far you've taken, I know you're complaining a lot about it.
No.
Easy, but,
No, it's not easy, but
that's why we hired you.
It's a big challenge. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Also, another thing which was very important in that whole journey is scalability. Yeah, we just said 6 countries, then it went to 8 countries. Now it's 10 countries. We're talking about Europe. You're not selling outside of Europe. We have that in our company, that we can scale up like a plug and play solution, that we can hook up countries, but also other warehouses, customer support, returns, logistics. Back then, how important was that for you? Also, that scalability factor was in the proposal.
Well, it's crucial, right? And like I just mentioned, currently we started off with 6 countries. Now we are in 10 countries. We are active, but of course we're thinking about expanding it. Yeah. As soon as the market becomes big enough, right, and relevant enough, of course we want to be able to expand in an easy way. Without massive investments into extension of systems or whatever. Yeah. It's important, and so far, Salesupply helped us a lot on that. Even we had Actually, I would say a fairly easy, from our point of view, transition when UK actually went out of the EU.
Yeah.
There was I think maybe we had 1 week of hiccup, but
Yeah.
it was that's key for us, right?
Yeah.
We need a partner. We need that is capable, quick, and professional enough to do it.
Yeah, Alan will talk a little later about the UK shipping to the UK. That's a complete different subject. But good that you mention it.
Right?
Yeah, it's super important because the market is big for
our
you.
focus is Europe from our side, and of course in the United States and in Asia we have other colleagues actually taking care of that.
Yeah.
If you want to meet with them to offer your services, I'll introduce you to them.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, we talked about it actually already. Flexibility. What I said yesterday also at the party. For me, it feels like we have a partnership together. You know, we sometimes things go wrong, sometimes things go very good, but it's like a marriage almost. We don't fight a lot, so that's a good thing. And I hope we will not divorce soon. But it feels for me really that we are on the road together to make this bigger, successfuler, and
true. And I think the offer that you have and what you can do for us is typically, right, like we said, it's one-stop shop. We don't want to deal with all different companies that we then need to connect with each other when it comes to actually managing the back end or managing the contact centers, making sure that all the languages and contact centers are available. You take care of all of that, and it's a big help for us. And therefore, still, we are at a very small internal headcount resource. To run.
You're still lean and mean. Yeah. Yeah, brings me to the last one actually, brand experience. You already said it. Every country needs to get the same customer experience because we cannot make a difference in that. A satisfied customer is the best business strategy. We always say so.
Yeah, absolutely. And in that sense, right, what we see 7 years ago when we started the business, it was fairly similar across different countries. But nowadays, even we have different product assortments for different countries. Right?
Yep.
Whatever we sell in Germany are actually different models than what we sell here in Spain or.
It's completely localized, actually.
It's completely localized, and the great thing is that together with also the contact centers and the team of Jeroen, we make sure that all the people are trained accordingly. And they offer the end consumer in the end the same experience, although they are buying different products from our side. So, that's that flexibility is really helpful.
Great. We're going to wrap it up. Like we said, build a solid and scalable platform. Scalability is very important. Localize as much as possible. What you do in Germany with a complete different kick scooter than in the other countries, for example. Think about your good after sales. After sales very important. Repairs, warranties, etc. Search for good partners who can help you with all those steps that we just. But also, you always say, stay in control. You don't want to give everything away to another company. You want to be price-wise, marketing-wise. You want to stay in control.
Yeah, the direct-to-consumer channel is one where we must have full control. Right? In that sense, we should always be the one actually defining the offer to the end consumer. But everything else basically should be left in your hands.
Yeah.
For us, there is always the risk of a channel conflict, right? So we have a direct-to-consumer channel, but most of our business is B2B2C. So we have to also manage that, right? We cannot just let somebody else run our online brand store and get us into conflicts with the MediaMarkt or Working Glass or Fnac or etc.
Yeah, good that you mentioned that last one.
It's a very price-sensitive market. Everybody's looking at each other. So for us also, the online store is not the channel where we aggressively do lots of promotion to really drive sales. If we start doing that, our business with the other channels, we get into a conflict and they will just move away from our brand. So that's why our aim and our goals for our direct-to-consumer channel are a little bit different, right? It's not like our main sales, we need to drive sales through that channel. No, we need to make sure we are present as a brand with a proper and high value experience for consumers. have the entire assortment available, make sure that the real enthusiasts can buy the product first with us, right, with pre-order campaigns, and then also use it as an end-of-life channel through our online store.
Okay. We can talk for hours. I don't know, time-wise, we stop. Maybe if you have questions for Dennis, we can do it after this meeting.
Sure.
Thank you very much for being here, for coming to Barcelona. And we go to the next speaker, I think.
Thank you very much.